to understand what's causing it is that feeling of social support. But many people, they have it by accident, because the famous example is when you taste a dish that was cooked by a loved one in your past, you get the feeling because it's linked in your brain. And then if you ate that dish all the time, it would probably not be good for you. So most people are repeating whatever old behavior. The other classic example is like going to the pub every night, because that's the only way you know of feeling social support. So the bottom line is to consciously admit to yourself, I want this feeling of social support, and I can't control other people, so I can't make them give it to me. So what can I do? And I use a simple analogy, is like, I'm going to build my side of the bridge to many different people, and I can't control when they will cross it. But if I keep building my side of the bridge every day with other people, a little bit every day, I don't mean to go buy them a new car, but just little steps, then one day I'll have a nice surprise that this person will step toward me, and another day I'll have a nice surprise from that person.
So just kind of continually building and opening as many of those bridges as possible, to create lots of bonds without, in a sort of, almost the way you're describing it makes me think of like Eastern esoteric sort of ideas, concepts around non-attachment, sort of without being highly attached to needing immediate reciprocation from the other person.
And that's the irony, because oxytocin is all about attachment. So you have to acknowledge that you want attachment, you need attachment, and yet you can't be attached about the other person giving it to you at that minute in that exact way that you want it. Other people, somewhat, we're very different on this depending on our individual past. So animals seek a herd because it gives them protection, but animals get annoyed with their herd all the time. And it's so easy to see that people are like this too. Yeah. It's like, you may feel isolated, but the minute you have a group, then they bug you. And so it's important to be honest about this. So in the animal world, if you are too close to others, then you end up eating grass that has been peed on. And animals really don't like that. So they're always trying to space themselves out. And like baboons, if they don't space themselves out enough, they attack each other and get bitten. So animals would really rather space themselves out. And it's only awareness of a predator that causes them to cluster. So in many human societies, everyone can think of the groups they belong to. People are constantly warning you of the threat coming from this common enemy that keeps you close to the group. But really acknowledge the part of you that says, I would rather do my own thing. A simple example is, you think you want support because you have a difficult task. So you ask somebody, and then they give you advice that you don't really agree with. And then then you ask someone else and they give you it. So before I go looking for support, I say, you know what? I know if I would like support because that child part of me would like support. But if I go look for it, I'm going to really wish that I was just in my own greener pasture.